just pause and ground as we steady ourselves into the letting go of this end of the old year 2020. What a year it has been. What a big, intense year of change, turbulence for so many of us, and for all of us, for really experiencing things, life, work, connection in new ways. And so, whether you feel like you've kind of been super blessed this year and magic has happened for you, which I know it has for a lot of people, and yay, I love to hear those stories, or whether you feel like you've been really challenged this year and maybe you're storying about how you've showed up or how life's showing up or anything like that. Whatever it is, I invite you right now to really drop in to this moment, to your seat, to the here and now. Welcome, Daria. And know that whatever has happened or hasn't for you, we are all living through a really challenging time together. We are all in a great cauldron or forge of renewal together, or maybe like the chrysalis of a butterfly where we just turn into goo and we don't really know what's going to happen next or who we are or what the form is that may be next. And so it is. We are in a time of great mystery, a time of great magic. And you and your presence here and now, with your breath, with your embodiment, are resilient by nature, are wise, wiser, stronger by this experience, by the many experiences that you've had this year. So I invite you to just really take pause and feel your body. We have all experienced a lot of fear and confusion this year. We have all experienced new levels of disconnection and isolation this year. We have all experienced some level of survival mechanism, our body's reactivity, tension, holding, bracing against the unknown. And maybe some of the protections that have arisen, we would choose to keep right now. And that's okay. Thank you, body, mind, for these protections. And maybe some of these protections you forgot happened or arose, and they've just shown up as chronic tension or pain or anxiety or depression or habits or whatever it may be. And thank you. Thank you, body, mind. Thank you, life, for these tools, for these protections. And maybe right now, as we all go through this great turning of the year together, maybe there's some of those things that we could let go. So thank you. And maybe we are done with fear. Thank you. And maybe we are done with trying to guess what's next. Thank you. And maybe we are welcoming trust. Thank you. And maybe now we are welcoming curiosity. Maybe it is simply time for compassion. Exhaling, exhaling the year, exhaling the defenses, letting go. Allow ourselves to soften, ground, feel the hold of earth beneath us, the beautiful darkness of life teeming beneath us, life renewing as the falling away of the autumn churns with the washing of the rain. So it is within our bodies, the letting go, churning to become the fuel for the new, for what we would choose to welcome. And it's not always that easy, of course. We can't always just say, okay, yeah, this tension, I'm letting go of it. Again, maybe we need to recognize this pain, this fear, this judgment, this story, whatever it is here for a reason. Hi, thank you. Thank you, pain. Thank you, challenge. Thank you, story that hurts or challenges. Let's not just brush things aside, but really allow ourselves to stay curious to the whole experience of being human, how love comes with pain, how freedom usually comes from struggle, from realizing that we're not free, from awakening to our bondage, awakening to our suffering or to the suffering of others. And only when we really acknowledge that can we find freedom. Let's just take a few breaths into these contemplations right now. Whatever settles for you, whatever is resonating for you there, breathing in what's present, what wants to be seen or felt. Let your heart beat with it. Let the fire of it burn away any dross, dullness, ignorance, apathy that has been taken on as a protection. May we have the courage to fully feel life, to be with whatever is there. And as we sit with curiosity, with wonder, we might notice that things that we have resisted or been afraid of actually begin to move, to change the color of them, the visceral sensation of them. And we sense that underneath the story or whatever may have happened is pure energy, pure life force energy waiting to be harnessed. Feeling that heartbeat, that light within your heart, life lifing itself through you, consciousness choosing again and again to celebrate this unique facet of your embodiment, your name, your face. And from this contraction of embodiment, we are invited to remember our vast, expansive self and the power that we have to choose what we focus on, to choose where we direct our energy again and again every day. Every moment, every conversation, every meditation, choosing, seeing. And so, as we take the insight that this year of 2020 vision has brought us, what have we gleaned? What have we gathered? What have we learned from this year that we would choose to direct the energy of, into what we would choose to create or focus on for this new year. The practice of Tantra invites us to remember that we are already whole and perfect beings, that we are not going to seek something outside of ourselves. We're not going to get better. We're not going to fix ourselves, but indeed, we are unfurling, unfolding, blossoming into the fullness of what we already are. So, from that place, we're invited to make not resolutions or promises or even goals as much as sankalpa, offering to ourselves, offering to the world of this blossoming, this opening to the divine. So we're invited to make our intentions not like I'm going to or I want, but I am in this moment, present tense, affirmative. You already are everything you might want to be. I already am. We already are. And so, what is it that we're going to choose to focus on and unfold to this year? Breathe into that. I encourage you to set it in a present tense and affirmative. I am. I am expansive love. I am courageous curiosity. I am spacious sovereignty. Whatever it is for you, these are a few I've been working with. Breathe yours. Repeat it. And let us vibrate into the ground of being, the great bed of consciousness, the source of what we all are: stardust, vibration, light, infinite light. And we'll welcome that sound of Om that represents this vastness, this infinite. As you exhale, empty. As you inhale, you might hold the hands to your heart or before your heart as you like, and really feel that vibration at the center of your being as you sink down into your heart. Exhale and empty. Inhale your heart's yes, if you will. Join me, 3 Oms. Oh. And if you will, imagine into your heart of becoming, a garden of the heart, the energy of that unfurling or blossoming, sprouting, healing, or wherever you're at. Breathe into the energy of that heart, your power to begin again, the rhythm of your heart, leading the dance of your expansiveness, of your unfurling. And with that, we will tap into the Bija mantra of Hring, one of the vibrations of the heart, the sound of becoming, and it by chance just makes a big old smile on your face. You might press into pinkies and thumbs and blossom your fingers open. Feel that infinite lotus of your heart and mind and being in general blossoming out. Exhale and empty. Inhale, big breath like the Om, but Hring. Hey. うん。 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 Hey. うん. Hey. うん。 Hey. So, in honor of this full moon and this releasing time, we'll be doing a grounded practice today, really rooting and focusing on that earth energy, that transmutation energy of the earth, letting go, hips, lower back, the unseen, the grounding, releasing aspects of self. So, I would love it if you have a block, have it nearby you. And at first, let's just come to lie down on your back. And let's just give yourself a big old hug there, lying on your back. Hug into your knees and give a little rock into your back body. And breathe into your back body. Really imagine your breath filling up back body. Your breath coming from sky and into your earth body in the place where it connects to the great earth body of this planet. So, just as when we inhale, often we're puffing up the front body, filling up belly, lifting chest. See if you can do that to the back body. Really imagine that if you were to open your eyes, you could open your eyes and see out the back of your head. That as you inhale, you're filling up lower back and behind the heart. Give a little press with that inhale into the earth. Couple more breaths, back body holding in stillness or moving as you like. We'll move soon. And then slowly begin to draw circles around your sacrum, massaging into your lower back. Those circles could be as big and small or small as you like. And at the pace that feels right for you, maybe just following the breath and being very investigative here. Like you're giving yourself a nice massage into all those points of where around the sacrum, where the upper and lower body connect. And if you've been circling, excuse me, in one direction, then let's switch directions. So use our block now. We'll get into some core work. So bringing that steadiness of earth and back body deep into the body. Take your block so that the short, narrow end faces you, nice and high up between your upper inner thighs. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze onto the block. And maybe the legs feel a little tight there. So if that's true, or just cause, let's just point and flex the toes for a minute. Point and flex, drawing back, pointing away, warming up the hamstrings a bit, all the muscles in the backs of the legs, especially here. Maybe circle the ankles in both directions. And then squeeze very strongly onto your block. You may feel that just letting the sacrum root here and squeezing onto the block is quite enough for you. Stay with that or hold the sides of the mat or bend the elbows, press into the elbows, squeeze the shoulders on the back, or any way of having the arms on the floor. You could also have the elbows out to the sides, back of the hands on the floor. Any way that helps the shoulder blades stay connected to the earth on the back. Squeeze onto your block, inhale. As you exhale, lift the heel to the sky, both heels to the sky, navel back. Every exhale, navel pulls back, heels pulse to the sky. That may just be the tiniest bit. Maybe the sacrum lifts up a couple inches. Let's go 10. 5. 5. Squeeze onto the block, lift the sacrum up. Inhale, stretch the arms up overhead, and exhale, reach the fingers past your toes. Again, just holding there could be enough. Maybe a pulse, heels up, toes up. Navel back. For 10, 9, 8, 7, and pause. Go ahead and let your feet rest on the ground. Keep the block and just rest the hands, elbows on the earth, hands towards the center of the body. One around the heart, one towards the belly area, and breathe. Deep, full breaths. In the nose and out the nose, or out the mouth with any letting go breath, sighs, songs, laugh, cries, moans, groans, tones. Whatever's right for you. Press into the earth with your feet. Press into the elbows, elbows bent. Squeeze the shoulders on the back. Lift your hips, lift your chest, lift your chin. Press into the center back of the head, right behind the upper ears. So we're in bridge. Once you've really got bridge muscularly engaged, please don't turn your head to the side. Stay looking up. Root into all the points of the back body that are on the earth as much as you can. Squeeze the shoulders. Try to get all of the vertebrae off of the earth. Squeeze your glutes. Lift up. And there's your highest point, lifting, opening to sky. And as you exhale, ripple down, upper back, middle back, lower back, hips, tailbone. Scoop tailbone up, lift, lower back, middle back, upper back, chest, lift your chin. Try to keep the chin lifted, lower down, upper, middle, lower, hips. Follow your breath at whatever pace is right for you. Optionally, you could just hold the pose. We are going to hold the pose in another round. This one, I just want to invite some fluidity into your spine, but always, please, the practice is for you to listen to your body. I'm just here to make suggestions, answer questions, maybe inform you a bit about your anatomy and physiology. Once you come back to earth, land and pause there. Hug your knees into your chest and extend the legs to the sky. Squeeze strongly onto your legs, and again, have the arms in any way that roots the shoulder blades onto the back. Inhale, squeeze, squeeze onto your block, and as you exhale, pull the navel down and slowly lower the legs, maybe about halfway. Inhale, back up, lift the legs up. Exhale, squeeze onto that block and slowly, slowly lower the legs as you pull the navel back towards the spine. Maybe legs about halfway there, maybe a little lower. Inhale, squeeze, lift up. Again, the pause can always be good here, just that muscular energy of squeezing the block and the sacrum on the earth. If you've got anything acute going on, maybe pause and listen. Sometimes when there's something acute, we'll be holding or tensing around the pain, and it's going to be best to just find a place of integration and softening and moving uber slow so that you just feel the micro movements and where that edge of perceived safety is for your body. I want to keep letting the body know, the body mind know that it's safe. So no forcing wherever you're at. And if you're breathful and are feeling it, maybe the legs lower down to just like a foot or so from the earth. And you inhale back up, squeeze, and exhale. Navel pulls back so those low ribs don't pop up. There's a little breezeway behind the lower back, but the lower back doesn't pop up either. Inhale, squeeze, and lift. We got about 3 more here. Go to wherever your edge is now. Maybe it's a couple few inches from the earth. And the next time you lower down, pull the feet in, step the feet to the earth, root into the earth, and lift up. You're welcome to stay with that waving bridge there, or interlace the hands behind you, hold the sides of your mat, or any arm variations that help the shoulders get on the back. Power down into the earth and shine open to the sky. Deep full breaths of this shiny winter sun and this full moon. Let the breath puff up your chest and stretch wide across the wings of your heart. Deep full breaths here, simply breathful, or I love some vibration. I want to invite you to just, like the jewelry cleaner of that jewel of your heart, vibrate with long ahs, open jaw, open throat, singing down into your heart. Shine that thing up. Exhale and empty. Inhale, breathe, repeat your heart's yes, I am. Two more. Inhale, lift up, and as you exhale, ripple on down to the earth. And you're welcome to keep the block for this next one or not. I'm going to keep the block just because that squeeze gives that next level of core. Inhale and reach your arms up overhead. Stretch it out. Again, feel how that squeeze and stretch are supporting each other here. Nice dynamic action. And follow any exhale to reach the shoulders up and the heels up. You could hold the sides of the legs. You could hold the earth. You could hold your head. Most challenging, arms stay overhead. Holding steady here. Pull the feet in. Land the arms and feet in any way. Bridge back up. 3 long ahs, or however many breaths you get into my 3 long ahs. Big inhale, your heart's yes. Big inhale, lift up. Next exhale, ripple back down. Inhale, stretch the legs out. Arms up overhead, breathe your body bright. Stay with that or any variation of arms. I'm going to invite you back into a little boat, holding steady. Or here I'm going to add a round of Kapalabhati. Short, rapid breaths from the diaphragm out through the nose. Every exhale, pelvic floor flies up, navel flies up and back. You could pulse the arms with this too if you'd like. Here we go for about 50. All the way out and bridge up, open up. Yes, some good cleansing happening here today, energetically, physically. moving stuff. Breathe that bridge bright and open. Repeat your mantra, your heart's yes. Feel whatever heat or shaking or whatever may be arising as that pure energy that you are directing to your yes. Breathe and repeat it. Simply breathful or again, join me in our song of the heart. Last big inhale there, lift it on up. And as you exhale, ripple on down. Hug your knees in and maybe a little rock and roll. Rock and roll for your Wednesday morning here. Next to last day of this old 2020 crazy year. And take your time. You could use any of those rocks to come on up to sit. We're going to play with Bada Konasana variation. So that's feet together, knees wide. For most of us, unless your thighs are rested on the earth, I want you to sit up onto a pillow, block, or folded blanket, some such thing. And here we go. We'll keep block nearby because we're going to use it, but for the first one, we won't. Feet together, knees wide. Hold on to your ankles. Let's first just pick up the booty. Put that booty on back behind you. Flesh of the sit bones spinning back, inner thighs, inner inseams of your pants spinning down, out there as much as you can. So the pelvic bowl pours forward and you're sitting more on the front edge of your bones there. And then if there's any discomfort here in ankles or knees, keep the ankles as straight as you can. So you might put pillows or blocks or something under the shins to keep the ankles straight. It's going to help the knees feel better. And of course, your ankles. So hug onto your feet or ankles as is right for you. Push the feet into one another with feet. So we're not totally training a sickling or angling of the ankle, but there's activity in the feet. And give a little pull with your hands on the ankles and butterfly the knees. Ah, here we are, butterflies again. So breathing from this pupa, this cocoon, this chrysalis, this great churning, turning, rebirthing that the earth is having now. Maybe that we're each having in some way, individually. One of my favorite things about this pandemic this year, from the beginning of the pandemic early on, when the whole world just kind of stopped at first before we knew we could go out, and people stopped driving and flights stopped flying and air cleared up all over the place and water cleared up. And I hope that we continue to remember that and to learn from that. Oh, just how much more we can care for the earth, how much effect we have on all the creatures of the earth, and all the plants, all the waters, how our choices make a difference, maybe how much less carbon we can all make. Just want to offer that up here as we bow into the earth, honoring this great planet, honoring wherever your edge is in this moment too. So we're going to begin to really draw forward. We're going to do a number of these folds. So I want you to not think about trying to touch your feet at all. It's not that. And maybe even you could set up a block, elbows, fists, anything in front of you so that you find a gentle, friendly edge. And we'll just have a couple, 2 or 3 more breaths here. Active feet and ankles, feet press, knees wide, pelvic bowl pours forward, heart forward. Lengthening the spine in both directions, really. Root down and ground, even as you lengthen forward. Again, if there's any discomfort in the ankles or knees here, please support your shins so that the legs are lifted up higher or add more muscular action into the legs. Follow your next inhale to come up. So we're actually going to have 3 more because our block has 3 levels to it. So what we're going to do is use the block to find a deepening and widening of this, and also another point of to press into. I'm going to switch my block out. Actually, this little skinny little block, which is fine, but I like my bamboo blocks for this one. So feet together, knees wide, with the block standing on edge so that you have the shortest distance added between your feet that you can from the support of a block. Push feet into the block. Press, press, press. Feet into block. That's what's most important here. And sits bones down and back. Root, ground into earth. Feel how that pressing, that rooting, that grounding is what gets us the space here. Push into the block. Suddenly my heart wants to come forward more. Ground into your sit bones. Suddenly my spine is feeling a little longer. And great, there's the block this time. We could just rest and hang out there. Soft jaw. Find your edge. Where's your edge in this breath? Honoring your body wherever it's at. Let it be interesting. And I have had a number of ankle injuries, so I'm actually feeling inspired right now to support under my ankles, and the forearms can also be that. So you can use the forearms there and still kind of use the elbows and forearms to traction. Pelvis pouring forward, low back in, heart forward. Lengthen out and bow into yourself. Spine long in both directions. Press to that midline. Breathe the shining out of your yes through your hips. Breathe and repeat your sankalpa, your intention. I am. Last couple breaths here. Please stay longer if you like, or we're gonna go next level here and maybe shake out the legs, shake out the ankles or knees, anything that needs a little more juiciness there before we go our next 2 levels. So we're gonna take the block middle width between the heels, push into the block, pull onto your ankles, lift lower back, pour the pelvis forward, lift the heart. Big breaths in the nose, lengthening spine, breathing into the groundedness, feeling your resilience, your ability to have patience and steadiness and compassion with your expansion, with your opening, what's present for you right here, right now. Can the breath be any deeper, fuller? Can the jaw be any softer? Last few breaths of here. And I had it upright just so you could lean on it easier, but of course there's more support for the feet if it's laying down longer. And so if you have that space or just want more support under the feet, there's that, same width. Please stay with that one as you like. Back it up wherever you need to, or take your block and spin it around. I'm going to give my ankles a little shake out again there. And we'll go the long way now. Widest stretch and push strong feet, ankles straight and strong into the block. Press into the block, pull onto the ankles, active feet, very excited toes. See, my toes are very excited. Great. And lengthen, low back in, heart forward, spine long, jaw soft. Any variations, elbows could ease the knees wide. You could rest onto your block, maybe far away. You could make a pile of blocks, whatever's right here for you as we go deeper. Compassion, resilience. Thank you, body. Thank you, body. Last few breaths. Into that space that you're opening, into that energy that arises from there. Breathe your intention. Direct it, this heat, this energy to your yes, I am. And take your time. You're welcome to stay in any forward fold and stay more grounded, or I'm going to begin to invite you into some uplifting moments. So you can move your block aside if you're ready to uplift with me. Again, maybe shake your knees or ankles or hips out as needed. A windshield wiper with the feet will get all those joints juicy. And then pull the right foot in towards your midline. Keep that left leg extended out. Press down into the earth. Lift your heart. And use that right hand next to your right hip. Push into your feet. Inhale, lift and open body to the sky, face chest to the sky. Maybe the exhale brings you right back down to ground. And the inhale opens you back up to the light of the sky. Maybe stay upright and just keep that arm vinyasa, getting the neck shoulder connection all juicy and released there. Or you could just hold steady in that long side body stretch. Breathe down into the bottom tip of that lung wherever you're at. Imagine that breath scooping out any stagnancy there and letting go. Last round of breath. Come on down. Switch the weight back. Pick your feet up. Let's take pause here. Roll your wrist, roll your ankles, balancing on the sit bones. Lift the heart. Sound effects always optional. And then pull that left leg in, right leg out. Left hand next to your hip. When you're ready, let's root down into the feet and that left hand. Open arm, face chest to the sky. Big arm vinyasa there, maybe swooping back down, maybe staying upright and just clearing energy with that powerful arm, sweeping the path to the heart clear, opening your heart to the sky, letting the neck and shoulder go as you swoop through. Breathe and repeat your mantra. Ritual movement here. We repattern the subconscious mind with symbology, with repetition, with the ritual of movement and mantra together. Last few breaths, again, holding or flowing as you like. And this time we're going to inhale, keep stretching and reaching through that top hand, if it's the right direction for you, of course, and come onto your hands and knees. Make your way there in a careful and good way for you, however you get there. Claw the fingertips, pull your hands and knees towards one another. Slide the scapula down the back, lift your tail, lift your crown. Inhale and open there as you exhale. Press fingertips into earth. Lift the navel. Drop the tail. Drop the crown. Letting go. And so it is, this pulsation of life, the spanda of opening, expanding, the spanda of the necessary letting go, emptying, contracting. Breath is our first and last teacher, reminding us of these necessities of letting go. Exhale to receive, to inhale. And breath leading the movement, releasing tension, pain, story from our spine, welcoming in fluidity, connection, feeling of being supported by these structures of your body, by your breath. Couple more breath practice. And we continue playing with that pulsation of life. Hands together, elbows underneath the shoulders now. Elbows under shoulders, hands push together. Use that push to widen the shoulders and melt the heart down between the shoulders. This could be a great place to pause and hang out if you've got some shoulder stuff going on. And by muscular action in the hands and arms, and just the heart melting and softening into that strong support. Stay there. Inhale, turn your toes under. Make like you've got the block between your thighs, and lift just a couple inches with the knees and spin that block back behind you. Relax the neck. Breath will here. Maybe there's some shaking. There's that life force energy. Channel it. Breathe it. Repeat your mantra. Keep hugging onto that quote unquote block. Spin it back as you straighten the legs and reach the heart back towards the thighs. Continue to press into the hands, elbows as wide as the shoulders. And maybe a big stretch happens in the shoulders there, thoracic spine. Relax the neck, Dolphin Dog. Breathing waves of breath through your dolphin. I have been blessed to swim with dolphins before, and they laughed at me. They made fun of me. They teased me. They played games with me. It's so awesome. They're really such playful creatures. As I'm breathing and thinking dolphin here, I'm just welcoming some dolphin energy into my body, into my life right now. Just that playful, teasing, dancing, spinning, swirling energy of dolphin, chittering, chattering, laughing. Dolphin energy. Please come down and rest as needed. Otherwise, when you're ready, we're going to come back to the pose and step the feet maybe a little further back than they were for a full dolphin dog. Let that be your inhale as you pull the hips back, and then exhale, ripple from the navel and shuttle forward into dolphin plank. Keep that press into the hands, shoulders wide. Pull back from the core, dolphin dog. And follow with your exhale, lifting from the navel, come forward into dolphin plank. You want to land here in dolphin plank with ears, shoulders, ribs, hips in alignment. So the head or waist or hips are not falling out. You're all connected and aligned there. You could lower the knees and pause wherever you need to. Otherwise, let's swim, dolphin kids, for 10 here. Riding the waves of the breath. 8. 5. 2. Take your time. The next time that you come forward, lower down, hips to the floor. Press into the feet and stretch the legs back. Push into your pubic bone and sacrum and drag with your hands, your heart forward. Lengthen out, rest the forehead on the earth. And let's either hook your thumbs, hold a strap, or clasp the hands on the sacrum. And then push down with whatever hold you have. So you could also just push down into your glutes there or your hips if you don't have a strap or holding, clasping is not comfortable for you. Use whatever hold you've got, including just holding your booty there, and push down. Press into the earth. Root down. Feel that grounding, rooting energy. So strong. Press, press, press. Feel how the more you press, maybe the legs just get light and want to lift up. Maybe the elbows and shoulders can squeeze to the sky a little more, and you feel the chest wanting to lift up. You could stay rooting with the hands down or just press into pubic bone and sacrum and pull the hands back and breathe here. Long back of the neck. Three more breaths here. And take your time when you're ready. Exhale and lower down. Release to the floor. Rest the forehead a moment. Bring the hands under the shoulders. Bring your legs close together, even all the way together, and make like a snake's tail. Point the toes straight back. Press into your tail, your pubic bone, your sacrum. With hands under shoulders, pull elbows and shoulders down the back. Press into that sacrum. Lift your navel. Drag your heart forward. Maybe it's a little baby cobra there. Maybe that cobra is finding its way up a little taller. Root to rise, grounding. Find that grounding, that rooting down, and how that's what's going to help you open and shine and move forward. Breathful to any edge of cobra. A few more breaths. Last big inhale. As you exhale, you could press back to child's pose or just turn your toes under and lift up and back to down dog. Options to rest in child's pose, relax your neck, simply breathful in child's pose, or maybe bees breath, like the end of the Om and NG, the mouth stays open, we're vibrating in the head. If you're choosing to come to down dog and you're not mooning, high blood pressure, or didn't eat too recently, then maybe a little echo exhalation, a deep cleansing breath here. So it's like a lion's breath with a little repeat. I'm going to do one right now. So here we go.
You could hold the breath out at the end of that and fly the navel up and back in the emptiness. You could pulse the belly with that if you know that Kriya there. It's a cleansing practice. Otherwise, I'm not going to teach it while we're upside down because it's hard to think upside down. So maybe more of those echo exhalations, that little double roar lion's breath there. Maybe land in child's pose and take bee's breath. Do what's right for you. I'm going to go about 5 more echo exhalations with a hold for a few seconds at the end. Last one. And slowly make your way, if you're in child's pose, into down dog. From down dog, as inspired, slowly make your way into forward fold. Please take your time, move with your breath and full body awareness. We're going to be here a little bit when you get here. And as you do come into forward fold, you're welcome to hug your legs, hold your elbows, or hold your head. So if you need more neck release, interlace the hands at the base of the skull and let the upper arms or the forearms hug the head. Weight of the head and arms tractions the spine. More release around the shoulders. Hold your elbows and stretch and reach your elbows towards the earth. Maybe more focus on the legs. You could just hug into the legs. And bowing into yourself. Give the head a little nod or roll out, or just imagine any tension or busyness, any old stories, constructs, limiting beliefs, whatever you're ready, let go of. Let go. Imagine it dripping away into the earth, becoming fodder, compost for what you're choosing to direct your energy to this coming year. Soft neck, heavy head, maybe heavy arms, last few breaths. Letting go. Breaths. One more. Hug your feet to the earth, your muscles to your bones, and slow and steady lift your arches, your kneecaps, your quadriceps, your navel, and one vertebra at a time. Begin to root down as you stack up. We will slowly, surely meet in standing here. Still figuring it out in my new home here. A little more space needed. There we go. Back up. There we go. All right. Almost there we go. Sorry, y'all. Dancing with computers. That's one of my new jobs. There we go. For real. All right. Kick the green screen back. Space. Dancing with space. All right. Feel into your feet. The roots of your feet. Lift and spread your toes while they're totally washed out by the light. Feel into all of your toes, all the corners of your feet.
Hug the earth with your feet. Pull your toes towards your heels. Lift those arches. Give the knees a little bounce. Soft knees, but very strong. All the musculature of the legs is lifting up to your core. Exhale, arms down. Inhale, let's fly the arms up. Let's just fly a moment. Follow your breath. Exhale, arms down. Movement of breath, movement of the arms, synchronized as we inhale and welcome the remembrance of our breath, that same energy that moves all the planets, ourself connected to all the cosmos, ourself riding these waves of breath, waves of change, lifing itself through us. Thank you, universe. Inhale, open wide and gather up. Thank you all for breathing with intention and care. And exhale, next time you bring the hands together, overhead center and focus. Hands down the midline, bringing hands to the sign of universal oneness, connection. Here we are. May all of our effort and energy be for the greatest good. May all beings benefit. Keep that hug to midline and slowly pour the weight into the right foot as you slide the left foot up your inseam. Reach down for that ankle or foot. Right hand can come to your hip and vriksha. If it's possible, foot on the upper inner thigh, and just as well, foot on the calf or toes on the earth. Whatever's right for you, find your edge of vriksha or tree pose, hugging to midline. And shining up and out as inspired, arms could grow. Keep the hands there. Squeeze the shoulders or open the arms wide. Relax your shoulders. Soften your eyes, your jaw. Maybe a little more lift of your heart. Long back of the neck. Stay steady there, or you're welcome to be a dancing tree in the wind. Maybe that's happening anyways. So be with it. We play with the wobble. We play with that hug to center and find the edges from there. Dancing with the wobbles of the unknown this year, last year, still this year. We got a couple more days of that. What? And we remember center. I've had so much what this year, but also it has strengthened my center. And that's what the practice teaches us, that wobble of the physical practice helps us strengthen that center. And same with energetically, emotionally in life, the big wobbles that we go through. We either ride way out on them and lose it, which is okay too, as long as we come back. Or we strengthen center because we have to, because that's what we have. Stay with that, or ankle over knee, play with it, sink down. Hands to heads of femurs. Press the thigh bones back. Use that press down to lift the navel, lift the heart, lengthen out, sink low, soft jaw, soft tongue. At any point, elbows could come to ankle and knee. Hands could come to blocks. If you feel like flying today, go for it. Hands to the floor, hook the toes, claw the fingers, shift forward, look forward. Pick the back foot up into your core. Any variations, what's right for you? I'm staying more grounded today, hip opening. Hug into center, squeeze to that midline, feel your core strength, stay connected to that core as you pick the knee up and press back, warrior three. We're gonna level out as much as you can, the hips side to side and front to back, ears, shoulders, ribs, hips, back heel level out. Hug in, press to midline. Hands can press together. Squeeze those inner thighs. Feel how that plug in is going to help everything else lighten up. Last few breaths. Great job, everyone. Beautiful. So steady. Yes. And follow any exhale. Step the feet back together. And just shake it all out. Whatever happened or didn't there, whee, it was perfect. Yeah. Awesome. Love your body. Love the play in this body, the adventure, the discovery, the wobble, all of it. Thank you, body. Here we go. Exhale, root. No idea what's going to happen next. Inhale, open wide. Gather up, welcoming the great mystery. Centering in. Focusing this one moment, this one breath, this perceived embodiment. Heartbeat. Hug to that beautiful center of yours, and slow and steady pour the weight into the left leg. Slide your right foot up the inseam. When you're ready, reach down for that ankle or foot and press foot to the upper inner thigh, or slide it back down to the earth. Wherever it needs to be, squeeze to center. Squeezy. Hug in. Stay here. Or grow your branches. Breathe and repeat your mantra. I am expansive love. I am courageous curiosity. I am spacious sovereignty. Breathe yours, repeat it, say it, stay in the steadiness or play in the dance. Beautiful trees dancing in the wind, the windy, windy world of this life. Those are big winds. Stay and play as you like, or ankle over knee, flex, sink down into that standing knee, hands to heads of the femurs or furniture to support you, maybe elbows to ankle and knee, flex that top foot to protect the knee, work that knee down towards the earth, booty back, low back in, heart forward. Deep full breaths in the nose, out the mouth, soft jaw and tongue. Again, if you played with the arm balance, maybe visiting that. Any variations? Last few breaths. And at any point, follow your breath to hug in and begin to lift up. Pick that knee up as you come up, tucking into the core. And press back from that squeeze to core into warrior three. Level the hips out side to side, level your body out front to back. Ears, shoulders, ribs, hips in alignment. Flex those back toes, spread them out and pull them into the core. Everything plugged to center and shining out. Beautiful, everyone. Use the press or wherever the hands are to help shoulders lift, heart melt. Last couple breaths. Doing great. Take your time again. Follow any exhale to back to center. And it's dance on. Shake it out. Shake it out. Letting go. Letting go. Letting go. Step your feet wide. Really wide. Let's go really wide at first. Sound effects optional. Heels in, toes out, hands to the thighs above the knees. Fingers pointed towards the earth. Press those thighs wide. Stick your booty back again. Low back in, heart forward. Inhale, long spine here. As you exhale, press into that left thigh. Pull the navel back and spin. Look over the right shoulder. Squeeze. Breath out. Inhale, open center. Exhale, press and spiral, other side. with your breath, twice again each side. Take your time, open up and center, sink low. Fierce Viryasana there, fierce goddess. Stay with that as you like, or come on down. Elbows can come to thighs. Stay with that as you like, or step in a bit and just come into Malasana, yogic squat. Last few breaths, 4 or 5 maybe even, in this grounded pose. Letting go breaths. Breathe that release of your low back, soft jaw, length of spine. Use that press of the hands to widen the shoulders, lift your heart. Sense again into the beautiful companions of rooting and rising, of grounding to blossom and open. Last breath or two here. And take your time. We're going to make our way back down to the earth, to your seat, and to your back. Come to lie down. So options, we have people with different things going on, so please know what's best for you here. We're going to take a few twists or not. So maybe just go right into happy baby or other supported poses, or take a twist either lying down or sitting up, if that's what's better for you right now. And if you do have SI joint stuff going on and you want to work on a twist, this is the one that I am going to guide us through. Do your thing if you want to do your thing. Otherwise, if you want to try a twist, then we'll open the legs and find that neutral balance into the sacrum. Also, little adductor opening moment here. And then when you're ready, we're going to spin right leg over left, if you can, all the way around, and you hook the right toes inside the left ankle. That's tricky for a lot of legs, so you might just press into the outsides of the shins into one another, or the outsides of the calves. So whatever you've got there, you're making a nice lock of your legs, eagle legs, right leg on top. I'm doing from there. So that lock of the legs is going to help keep the SI joint, the sacroiliac joint, the connection of your hips and sacrum connected. And also get a very deep twist, which a lot of times in our deep twist, the SI joint goes askew, which is okay for lots of bodies. It'll return. And sometimes in our lives, it's not okay. So this is protecting SI joint, eagle legs. And then you bring the legs down to the earth. The left heel is going to be the one that lands. And then you'll take the right knee across the body. So when the left heel lands, push in and kind of shift your hips to the right. So then that right hip, knee is coming across the body to the left. You could bring your left hand to the head of that right femur, push that thigh bone down, maybe stretch that right arm up on the floor, lengthen that right side body as much as you can, and then right palm open, face chest open, turn your head to the right as far as you can on that right ear, and left hand could stay pushing that right femur down, or just, hugging, holding the leg there, helping it across. And any variations of twist here. And whatever twist you're in, you might press from the more rooted shoulder, cross body, into the opposite shoulder to open across the chest a little more. But don't worry about that too much. We don't need to have both shoulders on the earth. I'm just looking for connected legs, neutral SI joint, spiraling spine and organs. Interior breath is like rinse water in one of your final letting goes of this practice. I encourage you to sing or sigh or tone the breath out. Last couple breaths here. Please stay longer as you like, or slowly come back to center. Press into that left heel and unwind the right leg. Press into both heels and come back to neutral. Take your time moving slowly if there's any triggery stuff going on, and pause. Again, find neutral. Stay with that, or again, as inspired, legs up. You could stay with that, just grounding into the sacrum or turn toes out, and legs wide as we breathe. Again, a little stretch of the adductors, maybe a little massage or percussion or anything that feels good there on those inner thigh muscles. And then take your time when you're ready. Spiraling, left leg over right. Maybe the outsides of those calves press into one another. Maybe the left toes can hook inside of right ankle. And when you get that hook or press, land the feet. It'll be the right heel that lands, push down, and shift the hips to the left. And then let that left thigh come across body to the right. Stay on the side for a moment. Push that left femur down with the right hand and stretch the arm up. Get as much length as you can out of the left side body there. And slow and steady flow that arm, face chest, open to the side, maybe lifting and turning as far as you can onto that left ear, and breathe your twist here. Again, your breath is rinse water, big breaths in the nose, washing through the spine and organs, and letting go breaths with any sounds out your mouth. And 4 or 5 more breaths here. Again, root into that more grounded shoulder and see if it can work. Cross chest opening, encouraging that other shoulder towards the earth to get the pectoralis there to open up a bit. Last couple breaths. Again, please stay longer if you feel like it to be even, or just because one side could be tighter or different, be with that. Once you're done, slowly unwind, step in, come back to sacrum, root down, and back to your back body massage, coming full circle in our practice. You could stay with this and you rock and roll around here, or again, a great release for low back and grounding, opening hips and all is happy baby. Great end to a practice. So hands over the tops of the feet or hands holding the ankles. Use the elbows to press the thighs wide. Pull the knees down towards the earth, and at the same time, press your heels back to the sky. So nice isometric or opposite action there. Use that pulling down of the knees and the pressing up of the heels to work your sacrum to the ground and try to get your lower back curve to lift up. Big breaths here in the nose, out the mouth. Playing with those opposite actions can really help reignite low back curve and just often release low back stuff. Also, of course, it's your happy baby moment. So you could just rock your baby, Pulling one knee down and then the other, or both legs out wide, breathing stretch of your hamstrings. What's right for you in this moment today? Tap in to your happy baby. Welcome that remembrance of your innate joy back into your life at this time. No matter what's happening or not, joy and pleasure are your birthrights. We get to feel grief and pain, and at the same time, or immediately following, or sometimes soon, joy and pleasure. All of it, all of it, all of it. We have the capacity to be with all of it for ourselves and with one another, knowing that none of it is permanent. So stay in that happy baby rock, or listen into your body there, what last shapes or movements would be right for you. And listen to your body, taking any last shapes, movements, or making your way into any final resting shape. I was reading this Khalil Gibran book. Oh no, it wasn't. Anyways, I wanted to read you poetry, but it may not be happening. We'll see. Get yourself set up for any supported, grounded shape, maybe with a little opening to it, trusting life, opening to what is, opening to what's arising, what's coming, the great mystery of life. Yeah, not Khalil Gibran. Rilke, a book of hours. Once you find your final resting shape, give yourself a big hug, a big, big inside hug. Hug your muscles to your bones. Big squeeze, inhale, inhale, tense, tense, tense. And as you exhale, soften, melt, let go. And if there's any residual tension or busyness, that again, inhale, hug, squeeze, gather up any tension, exaggerate it, hold it, hold it, hold it, and exhale, melt, 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 and let go. The hour is striking so close above me, so clear and sharp that all my senses ring with it. I feel it now. There's a power in me to grasp and give shape to my world. I know that nothing has ever been real without my beholding it. All becoming has needed me. My looking ripens things, and they come toward me to meet and be met. I live my life in widening circles that reach out across the world. I may not complete this last one, but I give myself to it. I circle around the divine, around the primordial tower. I've been circling for thousands of years. And I still don't know. Am I a falcon, a storm, or a great song? I encourage you to stay resting or in meditation as long as you like or are able. Sense the earth beneath you, yourself held, supported. And sense the sky above you, breathing, blessing, celebrating this unique manifestation of consciousness that you are. Creation, delighting in its creation. Be there or breathe once again as you welcome the breath. Breathe with your yes to life. Breathe and repeat your mantra, your intention, your I am. Breathe it into your earth body, your back body. Breathe it into all that holds and nourishes you. I am Soha. Breathe it into the sky that you offer your breath back to. Breathe it into the words and vibrations, to the actions and interactions that you connect to your world with. Breathe and repeat your yes, I am. And shine it out from your heart, out through your body, mind, out sparkling through your fingers and toes into the world around you. And as inspired, maybe stretch the arms long and spiral your wrists and ankles and breathe your fullness Feel this great blessing of embodiment and its ability to heal and renew and change. May we stay resilient and flexible and fluid in that. Take your time if you're lying down to roll to one side. Let the bottom arm be your pillow and hug into yourself. Pause on your side. Thank you, body. Thank you, body. Thank you, body. And thank yourself for showing up today for all layers of being with courage, with kindness, with curiosity. Thank you, self. And send a smile of unconditional loving awareness down into your body, especially into any areas of the body mind that are encountering struggle these days. I love you, self. I love you. Say your name. And slowly unwind as inspired. Press into the earth and drape. Soft neck. Back up, nice and slow, to any easy seat. Again, pause here, feeling earth body, sky body, breathful meditation. Be with that for as long as you like or are able. And if you'd like to end with me, those of you on the live stream, thank you. I would love to sign off with you. Otherwise, everyone else watching the recording or any other way you're getting this,